But it is amazing, such a small country, and yet...
Worldwide influence.
Indeed,
Absolutely.
indeed. We're about to find out now. Derek is going to tell us all about it. How's it going there, Derek?
Yes, Grania, the Irish, of course, every nook and cranny in the world. David Cleary joins us now. David, we're down here in the vaults, in fact, of the Epic Museum. Beautiful structure. Tell us about it first.
You're very welcome, Derek. We're proud to have you here today. So we are standing in the vaults of the CHQ building. It's an old whiskey, wine, tobacco warehouse, and now it's the home of Epic, the Irish Immigration Museum. We opened in 2016, and when we opened, we were the world's first fully digital museum. But as you say, the Irish have gone everywhere, every nook and cranny. That's the story that we tell here. Through bringing people through 1,500 years of our history, we talk about the Irish that went all over the world, either being forced overseas or wanting to go overseas to further their opportunities.
Now, we're on shots there at the moment, and you take us right through from the famine ships, the early days of Irish immigration.
We do, so it's really putting a perspective over those 1,500 years, bringing it right through to the famine as being a major part of our immigration story, but bringing it right up to modern day as well. You know, in the most recent recessions, people are still emigrating to go overseas. The reasons are different and have changed over those hundreds of years, but essentially what people bring with them is still the same. It's their stories, it's their communications back to home, it's their sports, their recipes. And everything like that we like to celebrate and show the influence of Irish people.
Now, the Irish people had a huge influence politically across the world. And tell us about the room we're in here at the moment.
So by telling the story, what we do is we break it up into different subjects. We are in our Leading Change gallery. So this is where we talk about the Irish that had an influence in politics and changing the world. 23 of the 46 US presidents have direct Irish heritage. 23.
Can you name them all?
I could.
maybe you're
not right now. But we like to tell the stories of those Americans, but Canadians, Australians, leaders from Chile and Israel and all over the world.
Bernardo O'Higgins.
Exactly,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, great. So the Irish, of course, have a huge influence politically across the world.
Politically, and they've led change. It's not only the politics, but it's the people that have fought for human rights and workers' rights all over the world. That's who we like to celebrate, the people that maybe are lesser known as well.
Okay, so we're going to walk and talk here now, David, and we're coming into our next room, and it's all about invention and inspiration.
Yeah, this is our Discovering and Inventing gallery. It's really where we talk about the people that invented. We're looking at these beautiful fibre optic cables behind us. John Tyndall, an Irishman who invented the fibre optics to give us all the broadband that we're lucky to have. But this is essentially what we like to do here in the museum is show that Ireland is full of people that have made a change on the world, not only politically but through inventions, and have changed the world through medical science and things like that as well. We want to put a positive spin on immigration, a positive spin on the Irish people that went all over the world. And it isn't just about Irish people loving potatoes and drinking too much, which is often the perception and the negative perception of Irish around the world. We want to put that positive spin on the influence.
But we do love spuds.
We do, and some of them are true.
We love submarines and steam engines, of course.
We do, absolutely.
And the Ford, wasn't it the car?
Henry Ford, yeah.
Henry Ford, of
so
course.
Came from Cork, down in West Cork.
And, of course, you can't talk about the Irish without talking about sport.
Yeah.
And the Irish sporting influence is all over the world.
It is, and look, we have two separate galleries here in the museum that deal with sport. We're in the GA gallery. So, again, when Irish people left, I mentioned earlier on, they brought their stories and their recipes. They also brought their hurleys. They brought their sport with them. So GA clubs around the world have become a home for Irish people. So when they're travelling overseas, over those hundreds of years, sometimes the first place they would go to is the GA club, to find people that they know or that they would have a kinship with, to find jobs and to find new friends. Here we celebrate that. So we talk about the Irish in Argentina, where hurling was almost the official sport in Argentina before World War I.
That's mad, isn't it?
It is, and so that's essentially what we like to talk about here, is the lesser known stories about the Irish and that influence around the world.
And of course that story about, or the captain, the first ever captain of the All Blacks.
That's it, Dave Gallagher. From Donegal, yeah. I suppose it's particularly apt this week with the Irish down in New Zealand.
Okay. Well, I have to, and it's a very interactive exhibition here. There's loads to touch, loads of things to see and do. You've done a great job here.
Thank you.
Okay, so there we have it, guys. As you said, Gráinne, the Irish in every nook and cranny of the world. We've had a great time here this morning. Of course, you can check out them online at epicchq.com. But for now, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks
Fantastic.
very much,
They're
Derek.
so interesting.
Derek, are you still there?
So interesting. Yes, I'm still here, Al.
Where's Tommy's portrait there? Where's the rugby gallery? Where's the rugby gallery? Tommy's portrait.
We're looking for the rugby gallery. Is Tommy featured? Oh, actually, he's through here. Could be through here. Hold on. Is he here?
You
Where's
could
Tommy?
be searching for a while.
Tommy's on the wall here. Tommy's on the wall. Look, he's in there. Look, he's up there somewhere.
Are you
there?
there,
He is with
Tommy?
his top off. With a pack of potatoes.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely me with my sunglasses on.
Typical.
Hey, fair play to you,
The
Derek.
shaved head.
That's really interesting to
catch
think
later on.
that
Cheers.
hurling was almost a national sport
Sport
in
of
Argentina.
Argentina before World War One.
Wow.
Took
And
a hand.
the All Blacks, famous captain up in Donegal, and every time the All Blacks come to Ireland, they always go up there and visit his grave.
Like a pilgrimage.
Or his hometown and all that sort of stuff. It's
Wow.
amazing. Yeah, always really real, huge respect.